Yes, sir. We back, baby. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Rundown. As always, I'm your host, Drew Johnson. If you're new to the show, make sure you guys are following us on all our socials at the platform DR. You can find myself at Real News 102. Thank you to all the guys that have been supporting and liking the content. We recently dropped our platform rankings list to where platform national scout Mark Henry and I kind of compiled our top 2026 quarterbacks from the states of Florida and Texas. I've interviewed a few of those guys that's listed on the rankings already. And our guest today for sure fits right in with a class of heavyweights coming in ranked at number 6 for me, but for sure can push in that top 5 spot. Is recently ranked a 4-star recruit, moved over to Seminole High School for this season. For those that's, following recruiting, man, this 2026 class could be the best we've seen in years, with 4 of the top 10 quarterbacks in my rankings that's already committed to top tier programs. So I'm just glad to have this kid on, to talk some ball and some recruitment. So I'm going to bring him on. Welcome to the show, everybody. Michael Clayton. Let me bring him on real quick. Have him introduce himself.
What's
What's
up,
up, my boy?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah. No, just introduce yourself to the people, man. For those that don't know, you know what I mean?
Sure. I'm Mike Clayton, 4-star from Seminole High School, class of 2026.
Yes, sir. And let's jump right into it, bro. Let's talk a little bit about the offseason success you've been having, man. This year's a little bit different, you know what I mean? Going into this season, for sure, you've been getting a lot of attention and some power forward offers from some of these big-time college programs. So, Mike, just talk a little bit about how the offseason success has been and just how's your mindset, going into your junior year compared to last season?
It's been a crazy process, ever since January, when I had schools coming to see me, picking up a bunch of offers. It's been kind of crazy. Right now, I'm not really worried about that stuff. Kind of keeping the main thing, just getting ready for the season. Just grinding every day with my guys.
Yes, sir. Grinding. No, let's talk a little bit about that grind you've been putting on this offseason, man. And like I said, guys, this 2026 class, has crazy talent, but even better technique and training. That starts with Central Florida quarterback trainer Balin Trujillo, who also trains a few other of the talented quarterbacks we have on our rankings. But Mike, just talk about the relationship you built with Balin and about some of the things you guys have worked on to better your game, especially for you to be able to dominate at some of these camps and tournaments I've seen you at.
It's been good. Just building that relationship with him over a couple of years. It's been pretty good. I've also been working with Pat O'Hara, which is a quarterback. He coached at the Tennessee Titans, and then working with John Gruden, which is a big household name. Just being able to work with them two also has been big for me, my development on and off the field.
Yeah. Yeah, and it seems like you guys are kind of like always together and competing, just picking each other's brains. How does being around Balin, these Pat O'Hara's, these big time quarterback trainer names, how does being around these guys and their stable of quarterbacks kind of help you, push yourself, and even build confidence for yourself as well?
Oh, it's good just being around quarterbacks who've done it, just being able to get a feel for how they walk it, talk it. Just getting a feel for that is amazing. And just guys that have already been through it, so they have the knowledge that can pour into me and make me better. It's great.
And man, we talk a lot about, some of the on-field stuff you guys learn from a Balin, some of the things he has you guys go through to work on your releases and some of your off-platform throws. But let's talk about some of the, off the field stuff he teaches you guys. How does he prepare you, you guys mentally to, read coverages and kind of see things before they happen, before you even get on the field, whether that's going through film or whatnot?
Oh yeah, we went through film a couple times. Yeah, um, mostly on the field work. Just getting my feet right, getting my mechanics right, and then really what I go to for classroom work would be John Gruden, which is the
Okay.
head coach, the NFL ex-head coach.
Yes, sir.
So it's been good learning from him.
So are you what you a film rat? Would you classify yourself as a film rat? Do you
Yes,
love
yes,
studying, your opponents before you get out there on the field so you know what kind of looks they're gonna give you?
yes, sir. I am. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So this, let's break down your game a little bit for the college coaches that's watching. Let's talk about your game a little bit, some of the traits you got. This kid's, really quick, what's your height and weight listed right now? The last time you've been listed?
Right now, I'm about 6'3" and a half, 200 pounds.
Okay, 6'3" and a half, 200 pounds. You heard him from himself, man. Kid's got some solid footwork mechanics, as you guys will see when I edit this video, can deliver strikes while using his strong arm, can throw the off-ball placement. But I want to hear it from yourself, brother. Just break down your game a little bit for the college coaches that's watching. What's some of the traits and what's some of the things you do well at the quarterback position?
I feel like I have really good accuracy, just being able to pinpoint the ball in areas that I want to put it in. I feel like I'm very mobile, still a pro style quarterback, but able to get out the pocket and extend plays with my feet and with my arm. Looking down the field first to pass, but can also get a couple yards. I feel like my anticipation is really good. Just being able to anticipate and throw in those windows as they get tighter. Um, those are a couple of things that I think I excel at.
Yeah, you mentioned you being a pocket passer, man, but let's just talk about the playmaking skills you got. A lot of quarterbacks can sit in the pocket and throw a slant route or a post route. But let's talk about some of your best attributes, man. How can you extend plays, or just talk about your ability to be able to extend plays with your legs and to be able to create big time throws when things seem to be closing down, when DNs are getting pressure on you?
I feel like the game just slows down for me in general. So the
Mm,
pass rush slows down, the defenders slow down. So when it's not there downfield, just being able to get out of the pocket, it's all slow for me.
mm,
It's not. I don't ever feel rushed. So
mm,
it's kind of easy to get out of the pocket, and then just keeping my eyes downfield is the main thing. Uh,
mm.
and looking to pass first.
And Mike, what can you attribute that to? Is it in-game reps? Is it the film you go through? Like, what can you attribute the game being able to slow down? Obviously, it's going to slow down with more time behind center. But what can you pinpoint right now, brother?
It's a lot of different things. I feel like on field reps, just working those movements, and then also just watching film of NFL guys and just how they can extend plays with their feet and trying to add that to my game. I feel like that's a big thing that I do. Watching guys like C.J. Stroud,
Mm,
Patrick Mahomes, those two are the main people that I watch. So just
mm.
watching them and getting a feel for what they do and adding it to my game is a big thing that I feel like I do.
Okay. Hey, he mentioned C.J. Stroud and Pat Mahomes. You know what I mean? For sure. You guys gonna see the film. He definitely liked that for sure. But let's talk about what you could bring to some of these Power Four programs. You're getting a lot of attention right now, man, for some top tier programs. What can you bring to some of these universities as a young, talented quarterback prospect?
I'm gonna bring a hard worker. I'm gonna be a
Mm,
hard worker. I'm gonna be a recruiter too. I'm gonna recruit
mm,
my class. I'm gonna get one of the best classes in the country to come to the school that I go to. And I'm a winner. You can look back on the last 2 years I've been at Edgewater. We went undefeated in the regular season.
mm.
Um, so definitely a winner, for sure.
Okay. And just kind of wrapping up this offseason talk for you guys. What's some of the last things you want to get in before the season? Whether that's some training in. I know you guys have been beating up on people at some of these tournaments.
Yes, sir.
What's some things you want to get in to wrap up this summer and heading into the fall season?
Just keep working with my guys every day. These next couple of weeks, just getting it real hard with them, getting the offense down. With my receivers, getting chemistry, building chemistry. That's really the biggest thing that we're looking for. And then I do plan on visiting a couple colleges in that late June period. I haven't figured out which ones yet, but definitely visiting a couple.
Yeah, smart kid, man. He's gonna lead us right into the recruitment talk, right? So we're gonna wrap up the all season talk, transition to the recruitment segment of what a lot of you guys are interested in. So, Mike, man, you've been getting a lot of offers here. You've been getting a lot of love, like we talk about. But let's just talk about some of the schools that's been showing you, some love, like the most love here recently. We'll go down the list of some of your offers, but who are some of the schools that have been showing the most love and reaching out here most recently?
Definitely like schools like Illinois,
Yeah.
uh, Missouri, Nebraska, Ole Miss, Louisville, Michigan State, Arkansas, Auburn. Those are the top schools.
Okay. And just let's talk about some of the recent visits you had. You mentioned Illinois. I know you went to Iowa as well, a couple other schools. But what's impressed you the most as a young, highly coveted recruit, just going through this process? What's kind of impressed you the most going on these visits, meeting these college coaching staffs and visiting these college campuses?
Just really like just taking in stuff and learning stuff that they have to offer. Um, when they show me their offenses, just taking stuff back to my school and just seeing different stuff that they put on film on the TV and just taking that stuff down, putting that stuff in my game. I feel like that's some of the things that have been the biggest on my trip. Definitely just taking it all in, just building relationships with those coaches, just trying to figure out what's the best fit for me. That's really the biggest thing.
Yeah, and I want to throw this out there really quick because you mentioned it right in the beginning. Focus guy. He said not really worried about that right now. You know what I'm saying? He's really getting focused on this fall season. So, how do you deal with all this success? Like we talked about, it's a lot different than last year going into this fall season. So, how do you handle all these offers? Your phone's blowing up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are talking about you right now. How are you able to handle all this talk and be able to lock in with your guys, beat up on some of these teams at tournaments, and lock in for this fall season?
I feel like there's a lot of time in the day, so just
Yeah,
being able to answer those calls, answer those texts, it's gotten easier for me. I've been able to manage it better, but just still making sure I get it in time with my guys, not letting that stuff take up too much of my time. There's a time for everything, so still like keeping the main thing, like I said before.
okay. And here we are. Let's talk about some of these schools that's been showing them love, man. I want to start off with two sleepers. He mentioned these schools to start off. So I want to start off with let's talk about old Illinois out there at the Big Ten, in that Midwest area. Head coach Brett, you know what I mean? Good guy, Barry Looney over there, OC, good coaching staff, you know what I mean? Kind of similar to Mizzou. You kind of took some visits there. Coaching staff kind of showed you a lot of love. So let's talk about Illinois a little bit. How do you like that school? And how they talk about using your talents to lead that program?
Man, I love it, bro. Everything about it. The coaches are amazing. Coach Art, Coach Lenny, Coach
Yeah,
Beliemer, all three of them are they're like a power three. They're like a trio, man. Like
yeah,
I love them dudes, bro. That school, them coaches are probably I built the best relationship so far. Coach Art, we talk on a regular basis.
yeah,
Just build relationships are big on me in my process. So just being able to build relationships with them has been big for me. Obviously, every school has the facilities and all that. I don't really look into that. I mean, it's cool, but it's not the main thing for me. So just build relationships. I feel like they have a very pro style offense that'll develop me for the pros and allow me to dominate the competition in college football.
yeah,
Um, and I feel like they're heading up a path to be a big time football team.
yeah. Yes, sir. No, for sure. They've been blowing up this off season as well. Getting a lot of eyes on there. I know they'll roll the red carpet out for someone like yourself. You know what I mean? So that'll be big time for them. I know they're trying to get that relationship going. So another school that's trying to get a relationship going. Let's talk about Mizzou, man, out there in the SEC. Came, second in the East last year behind Georgia, went 11-2. You visit the campus. How was the coaching staff? Which have brought in some couple big time recruitments this last couple past weeks. How do you see yourself fitting into that university?
It was great, man. I actually have their thing on my lanyard for my keys, so that's
Uh-oh.
pretty nice.
Uh-oh.
But it was great. Just meeting with the coaches, Coach Moore.
Yeah.
Um, he's a really cool dude. I like his personality a lot. I like their
Okay.
offense. They play big time football,
Yeah.
so that won't be a concern. I haven't been to one of their games, but I've seen it on TV, and it's rocking, man. The environment's rocking.
Yeah.
Um, I love their offense. I love the program in general. I love the vibe that I seen during their workout. I loved it, so that was big for me.
Nah, Mizzou turn it up. You know what I mean? It ain't hard to see. If you watch college football, you seen last year, some teams didn't want to play Mizzou. You know what I mean? They got
Yeah.
that swagger. And they kind of building, they carving their own thing. You know what I mean? So I like Mizzou. You feel me? That'll be big time for them to lock in old Mike Clayton. So I definitely wanted to start with those two sleepers because I felt like they've been showing you a lot of love, and we'll keep it rolling. Let's talk about this school was hot on your trail, but they just locked in the 2026 commitment from your boy Darren Coleman. That's the Miami Hurricanes. You know what I mean? I know you like Miami. You feel me? I know you were high on the Canes and that coaching staff, but does that commitment change anything? Let's just kind of talk about a little bit about the Canes a little bit.
I mean, Darion's my boy, so
Yeah.
to me, that school's off limits. I love that school. I did love that school,
There you
but
go.
with him coming there, it's kind of off limits to me. I'm really proud of him. I was really happy for him to go there. I called him the night before, and just like congratulated him, and it was great. It was great.
No, hey, this a real one, you know what I'm saying? You can tell them
Yeah,
boys locked in. You feel my boy
yeah,
says, I love Miami, but it's off limits now. You know that they locked
yeah,
in with my boy. So, I like the ladies, you know what I mean? My boy got her, so I'm gonna chill out on her, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
No, that's all love, bro. But let's move on from the Canes then. I gotta mention my guys, you know what I mean? My alumni, the UCF Knights, you know what I mean? A lot of talented quarterbacks in this 2026 class. Two have already chosen in-state schools in Florida and Miami. We just mentioned Coleman, and Will Griffin is committed to Florida. I want to ask you, man, how do you like UCF kind of in that Central Florida area? Could you see yourself being, a hometown hero for the Knights and kind of leading that 2026 class with Coach Gus Malzahn, who, kind of a quarterback whisperer, just got a history with quarterbacks, right?
Yeah, it's great just being so close to home. My parents like that idea.
Yeah,
Staying
right.
in the state, they could come to every game.
Yeah,
And building that relationship with them too has been pretty good. Um, I love the school, love the program,
yeah,
and just it being so close to home, it's a great choice. It's a great
yeah.
choice.
Nah, for sure. You'll be able to lead that 2026 class. That'll be big time.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's jump back outside the state. This school has been showing you a little bit of love. You took a visit there as well. Coach's staff's kind of made you a priority. Let's talk about the Arkansas Razorbacks. Bobby Petrino out there. How do you like Arkansas? The direction of their program. Another SEC school, play big time football, right? So,
Yes.
how do you like that school, and how do you see yourself fitting into that program?
I mean, I love that school too. You've chosen straight great schools that are on my top list, so
Yeah, for
that's a
sure.
great school. I talked to Petrino on a regular basis also.
Yeah,
Just getting on the phone with him, building a relationship is really good.
yeah,
Um, I love the program. I went up there in January, and it was amazing. They showed me a lot of love. You
yeah,
can tell I'm one of their top guys on their board, so that's a great feeling for me.
yeah,
Love their offense. Love what Coach Petrino's done with previous quarterbacks, and just his past record. It's been amazing. Just them being in the SEC, still down south, close to home. It's great.
yeah. And for sure, I did my research a little bit. You know what I mean? We talked about Illinois, Mizzou, Arkansas, UCF a little bit. Do you want to talk about any other schools? I know Michigan State's been showing you some love. You mentioned Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss out there, and you took a visit to Iowa as well and a couple other schools. So, any other
Uh,
schools we want to highlight really quick? I know the fans will be tuned in.
I like Nebraska. Nebraska is a
Nebraska.
great.
Oh, I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. Nebraska for sure.
Nebraska is a great place.
Yeah.
I went up there in June. Got offered there for a camp. Well, I went there for a camp. It was
Okay.
great. I
Okay.
love the quarterback coach,
Yeah.
Coach Thomas. He's great. Uh, the facilities are great. Probably the best facilities
Yeah.
probably that I've seen. It's crazy what they have to offer.
Yeah.
Just in the recovery part. I love the head coach. I built a good relationship with all of them, so that's definitely one of my top schools for sure.
Yeah, the Cornhuskers. My bad, right?
Yeah,
Historical school definitely got bread out there, right? No,
yeah.
facilities are crazy. Matt out there got a big time head coach out there. So my fault for sleeping on Nebraska. I know you guys are trying to come up, you know what I mean? That'll be big time to lock in Mike Clayton. So we listed our schools for you guys, for those that have been tuned in for the recruitment segment. This kid's a 2026 quarterback, so he still has got time, you know what I mean, to build even more relationships. I'm sure a lot of other schools will be, reaching out to this kid here in the next couple of seasons. But any other schools, do you want to, so we can wrap up the recruitment talk, brother?
Just the last school being Ole Miss.
Oh, Miss. Okay.
I love that school.
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin and what he does with quarterbacks and his offense is very quarterback friendly. I mean, I took 2 visits up there and I
Okay.
absolutely loved it. I love the coaches. I love everybody there.
Yeah.
Just building a relationship with them. They hit my phone on a daily basis,
Ooh,
starting from June 15th. So it's been really good just building a relationship with them.
Yeah.
And I love their offense and how they use Jackson Dart. And I just love that program in general.
Yeah, good coaching staff. You kind of, be yourself with Lane, get that swag and go out there and,
Yeah.
build a program, you know what I mean? So I like Ole Miss as well. They definitely making waves in the SEC. So we'll wrap up that recruitment talk. As I said, 2026 quarterback, 4-star right now, but definitely has a lot more time to be ranked even higher. And a lot of more of these schools will be reaching out to him for sure. So we'll wrap up the recruitment talk and we'll move on to the season talk, right? The fall season is right around the corner, man. It's coming up on us quick, right? This kid, like he said, he mentioned he was at Edgewater last year, led him to an 11-1 record. I believe an undefeated regular season record.
Yeah.
And kind of went to that semifinals and the playoffs. Threw for almost nearly 2,000 passing yards, 20 touchdown passes. Just an all-around dominant kid, right? So let's talk about the season. You made a move over to Seminole High School, who has a bulk of talented athletes, right? This is a talented school. It's crazy. But you guys have looked good during this 7v7 period. Like we talked about, you've been dominating and winning some of these tournaments. So just how's the chemistry been coming along, being able to compete with your guys this much before the season?
It's been great just working on my guys ever since I got there. It's been great just learning the offense because it's all new to me. Building relationships with all of my teammates. I feel like that's the big thing. If you want to be a leader, you got to build relationships with your teammates. Because before you get on them, you got to know how to approach them and stuff like that. So just building relationships with all my teammates has been good. This 7-on-7 period has been pretty good. Just getting chemistry with my guys and them being new to the offense too. A couple of them like Xavier Tucker, Anthony Gay, Devin Voltaire.
Yeah.
Them three being three transfers like me, just all of us coming in um, and just having to learn the offense at the same time has been real good for us because we've been able to like communicate about it. If we have any questions, we can ask each other. And then I can also look to guys like David Parks and Kenyon Holden for assistance because they've been there and they've been in the program. So just having them two as senior receivers that I can look to for assistance is great.
Leadership guy, smart kid, already naming kids, right? He's doing my job for me. Very talented receiver core that I wanted to talk about. You guys are stacked at that lineman position as well. So just what's the conversations been like? And what's the goal of you guys is, surrounded by this much talent, even in the backfield, man. You guys are just stacked on this offense all around. Defense is solid as well. So just talk about what's some of these conversations been like between you guys.
Really just win states. Like that's our only goal. You know, we've all played big time football, made
Yeah.
it to regional championships, but our goal is states. Like if we don't win states, then it wasn't a very good season for us. So that's been our goal. We've been working our butts off, so it's been real good.
Yeah, hey, that's what I was gonna ask him, y'all. I was gonna what's the ultimate goal? My boy already went straight to it, man. The state championship was blessed for my boy.
Yes,
My
sir.
boy, see this all this talent surrounding around him. Definitely a solid move over to this high school, a good coaching staff. So I'm excited to see what you guys can do. I'll definitely be out of a couple games this season. We'll wrap up the season talk. I just wanted to, get your mindset a little bit. I know you a new school for you, but you fit right in. You guys have been competing with each other throughout this offseason. So the chemistry looks there. Coach Gator, that's my guy. You know what I mean? You guys look ready and locked in. You feel me? So
Yes,
I'm
sir.
ready to see what y'all can do when the pass come on. So
Yes, sir.
that's the season talk for you guys.
Yes,
For
sir.
those that's been watching, we got to move on to Drew's Fast Five, right? Got to see what's on my guy's mind and get inside his head. So I got 5 quick questions for you, bro. Just give me your first thing that's on your mind, all right?
Good. All right.
For sure. All right. First one, favorite football player of all time.
He still
Ooh,
plays right now, but it's CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud. He likes CJ Stroud, you know what I mean? CJ Stroud, tap in with my guy, man.
I
Tap
like
in.
yeah.
For sure. All right, bet. So favorite pregame song.
Probably
Ooh.
No Movie by J. Dot Breezy.
Ooh, okay, bet. Okay, best post game meal.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Hey, you can't go wrong. I got Chick-fil-A, Zaxby's. You
Chick-fil-A.
can't go wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel okay. Favorite movie or TV show? You can give one or both. Ooh.
Ooh, uh, I was stuck on Flash for a while growing up.
Oh, okay, okay,
Flash
okay.
was a great movie, great,
Yeah,
great TV series for me.
yeah, that series. Okay, bet. Okay, and for the people, you got a favorite movie or what? You know what I mean? Younger gen. What's your favorite movie, brother?
Probably Blindside. Yes,
Man, that's my second blind side, man. That's my
yeah,
second blind
first
side.
Blindside. Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up, right? Hey. All right, last one. What's your in one word or in whatever you want? What's your best skill on the football field?
Accuracy.
Accuracy. Okay, bet. Yeah, I got okay. Leadership. I got accuracy for sure. I heard
Yeah,
you mention that earlier too. So
yeah,
accuracy is a big thing in your game, right?
yeah.
Okay, and that'll wrap up the fast five. But I want to ask you. I want to jump off schedule really quick, man. How did you get in, man? How did you get into football? You know, is it in the genes? Does pops play? Like, talk about your upbringing really quick, playing little league football. When did you officially like know you would be a quarterback? You feel me? Like, talk about that upbringing really quick.
Growing up, we had a long hallway in our house,
Uh-oh.
and when I was 3 and 4, I would just throw for my dad like every day. He'd come through the door after work. I already had the football in my hands, just ready to
Wow.
throw. So it was always my first love. I got into basketball for a while,
Yeah.
and I was big on that. I thought I was going to the NBA. Like that was a big thing for me.
Yeah.
Um, and then I had to put the hoop dreams down.
Yeah.
Um, really, after I won my national championship, my 8th grade year with Pine Hills,
Yeah.
um, and just being under Coach Malcolm Jones,
Yeah.
um, he made me fall back in love with football. To be
Oh,
honest, just having him as an offensive coordinator was
yeah.
amazing. He just helped me with the game, learn the game a lot, and yeah, my 8th grade year, put the hoop dreams down, and then it's just been
Yeah.
going
I was about to
smoothly.
say, you
Yeah.
still hoop, man? Don't make me get out there and bust you up. Now you still
Yeah.
hoop a little bit?
Before this, I was just at the gym hooping. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
all right, bet. Okay, so my boy definitely got that hooping background, you know what I mean? Hooping myself, so I know what it's like to have to choose between which sport you want to go
Yes,
at.
sir.
So that's what's up. I definitely just wanted to hear your background a little bit, man. For the black fathers out there, you know what I mean? I'm big on that. You know, my boy said had a football ready for him every day, throwing the pops, you know what I mean? So for the parents, man, you definitely be involved in these kids' lives, man. It makes a difference. So that'll conclude our episode for today. Michael, man, I thank you for coming on, brother. This kid has plenty of time, you know, before it's time to lock in on the school. I'll definitely be hitting him back up here soon. Maybe a little bit after the season starts, so you don't get too Hollywood on me. You know what I'm saying? That next star come, you know. Nah, but I'll be hitting him back up to get him back on the show to give you guys another update. But before we get off, brother, I want you to close out by giving thanks to the people, you know, that supported you along this journey and that's poured in to your path to success.
Oh yeah, just really want to thank my parents, um, and my grandma. Just them three have just been my supporting cast my whole way through. No matter what sport I wanted to play, they were always there for me. Always try to give me the best training. I'm not gonna go too deep into that, but
Yeah,
uh, my dad has just always been there for me. Always took me, gave me rides everywhere. Just always been the biggest supporter for me.
yeah,
And then my mom just being there for me on the off the field side, just for like an emotional standpoint, because
yeah,
everybody has their ups and downs. So just her being there for me on my down days has been great. Just had some real talks with me. And then my grandma is like the most caring person in the world.
yeah,
Um, Whenever my parents can't do something for me, she figures out how to get it done. So them three
yeah,
just always there for me. So I gotta give shout outs to them three.
yeah. That's the nuclear family. That's where it starts. You know what I mean? I want you to give shouts out to your trainers. We'll go from Balin to the Pat Howers and the Grudens, but that's where it starts. It starts with the family, man, at home,
Yeah.
pouring into these guys, investing into these kids. That's where it starts. But I want you to give some shout out to your trainers. You know what I mean? Definitely, that's been helping you along the way too, brother.
Definitely shout out to Balin, Pat O'Hara, Coach
Yeah,
Gruden,
yeah,
my OC, Coach Malcolm. I mean,
yeah,
Coach Gator. My fault.
Come
I
on.
was used to 8th grade. But definitely shouts out to him still.
Yep.
Shout out to Coach Gator. Shout out to Couch Calhoun, my head coach.
Yeah.
Shout out to Coach Graff, which is also the co-OC. So
Yeah.
definitely.
Nah, y'all been on the move, Coach Getty. Y'all been on the move this whole offseason, beating up everybody, man. Where can they find you at on social media, man? Where can they find you at, brother?
On Instagram, um, CLAYT7N, and then on Twitter, Mike Clayton QB1.
Yes, sir. That's Michael Clayton out of Seminole High School, class of 2026 quarterback. Recently ranked a 4-star quarterback. Got him highly ranked on our platform rankings list. Definitely want to have him back on the show. Make sure you guys are tapping into his socials. Follow ours as well, man. Like and subscribe to the content. This will drive the article, man. This will push the article on Twitter, but I'll definitely have this up on YouTube, and you guys will be watching it as we're talking. So follow us at the platform DR, Real News 102. You can catch me, and I'll have my boy's social medias down below. So make sure y'all guys are supporting him. Follow the journey. Mike, stay on. Thank you guys for tuning in, man.
All right.
Peace.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
All right.
boy. Stay on.